Hey, Wyatt Joswowski here, and welcome to another free training session right here on dripapps.com. Now, today we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty. We're going to be grabbing some SEO domains, some PBNs, and researching them. We're going to be analyzing them, and I'm going to show you over the shoulder every step of how we do that, so we can sift through the spammy, crappy domains, the ones that we should not be using in our SEO campaigns, and pick out the hidden gems, the good PBN domains, the ones that are going to result in rankings, in positive SEO campaigns. Now, this is one of the most important parts in SEO. If you get this wrong, if you grab domains that just aren't powerful or are spammy or have negative penalties, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you start using those domains, you're gonna wonder why you're not getting results. And it's because of those domains. So if you don't get this right, then nothing's gonna go right. So let's go ahead and jump over to my computer and I'll show you exactly how we do this.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and dive right into the training. So kind of like I said, I'm going to be taking a few PBN domains and researching them, analyzing them, throwing them into Majestic, maybe a couple other tools, and show you what makes up these domains. What makes up a quality PBN domain versus, what makes a spammy domain or something that you shouldn't be using in your network. And this is something that's very, very important in SEO. You have to understand this. You have to be using good domains in your SEO campaigns. Honestly, this is the most important part of SEO. If you get this right, you'll get results. It's pretty dang simple. All the power is coming from these domain names. We need to know how to analyze them, research them, and find them. No matter how you build out your PBN sites, if you're linking from a very powerful, high-quality domain, you'll get results. You'll pass link juice. At the core of it, you're still passing link juice. Yeah, you might get into trouble if you just build them out like skeleton sites, but guess what? You're still passing link juice. You're still getting that power. And so that's what we want to focus on this video, going out there and researching, analyzing these domains. So what I have pulled up here is just a few very simple PBN sites. These don't look great. They don't look like real sites. These are simply skeleton sites that we built out in a case study video for this website here, Tampa Roof Repair. This is the site that we're trying to rank. So we built out Easy Fit Shutters. That's a PBN domain. We just threw a few articles and a few pages on that site. Partnersflooring.us, US, blisshome.us, and that's it. Those are the three PBN sites that we've built out so far, all very, very simple. So I'm going to take a couple of these domains and just pop them in to Majestic. Majestic.com. It is a paid subscription. However, you can run the search a few times for free if you don't have an account. There are other tools that you can use like Moz or Ahrefs, but I like to use Majestic. So looking at the URL here, we have TrustFlow 7, Citation Flow 18, 13 referring domains. I'm going to go ahead and switch this actually to subdomain or root URL and just see which one's higher. I think subdomain is the highest. I usually stick to root domain, but anyways, this is fine. So Easy Fit Shutters. This has a TrustFlow of 10, Citation Flow 29, 13 referring domains, and we can scroll down here and look at the anchor text. So this is all information on this domain. This is all stuff that we're looking at. So we want to make sure that none of the anchor text is spammy. We want to make sure that the anchor text profile basically is natural. That's what's always the most important thing in SEO. Does it look natural? Considering I see the brand a couple times here, I don't know who Sarah White is, and I just see the URL and a random keyword in the anchor text. This looks completely natural to me. Nothing stands out. There's only 13 referring domains, so it's hard to see exactly the percentages. You don't have to pay too much attention to because there's such a low amount of links. What you're really looking at is just the anchor text profile, and we're going to also look at the links, the link profile, and the different type of links that we're getting here. So this is a no-follow link, the first link here, but what's important to me, first of all, is looking at, hey, is this domain getting natural links? Before I'm looking at the power of the links or anything like that, I just want to know, hey, is this natural? Because that's the most important thing for PBN domains. If it was a real site before, you're going to be in a much better position. So let's go ahead and just open up this domain name and check it out. So this looks like a furniture design website, and it doesn't look like a PBN site, right? This looks like an actual natural website. It's very simple. If it is a PBN site, they did a very good job, but you can tell, there's a lot of articles, there's a lot of comments on here. And so it's relevant, it is industrial goods, interior design, and which is relevant to our domain, which is all about, easy fit shutters, all related to housing, home stuff. Our website that we're trying to rank here is stanleymoons.com, so it's related to housing, roofing repair. But again, we knew this wasn't a site that was used for SEO or PBN in the past, simply by looking at the anchor text. But again, we're going to look at the actual link profile just to be sure. So I'm going to keep going through, and I'm going to look at these different links. So this is simply a directory site. Something to keep in mind for directory sites: these are not going to be passing a lot of link juice, or almost none at all. In this case, this is a no follow link, but if it weren't a no follow link, we would still look at this and say, hey, there's a lot of outbound links on this page. It's a directory page. So in this case, we're not going to be getting a lot of link juice. These aren't great links. So let's go ahead and keep looking at these different links. At this moment in time, I can tell that this PBN domain that we're using here, or this expired domain, is not necessarily the best domain, but it's not bad either. It doesn't have any spammy, anchor text or spammy links, and so it's going to work for us, but it's not going to have a ton of power. Here we have another directory site. So not going to be passing a lot of link juice from that. We can look at this home improvement link here. We have another directory site. And so these aren't very quality links. Okay? So this is not, the most high quality PBN site. We have another directory style site. So typically I wouldn't even use this as a PBN domain. We used it in this example. I didn't even build this site out. Someone on our team did, but typically I would not use this just because it's not going to be carrying a lot of power. Now, it doesn't look spammy, so it's not going to hurt our site. It may help it a little. It just doesn't have a ton of power. So let's go ahead and keep moving on. So what I want to actually do now is pull in an older PBN domain that I have here that I know is a little bit higher quality than the last one we looked at. And so we can see here, we're still under a subdomain, that's fine. TrustFlow 18, Citation Flow 31, showing 254 referring domains. That's going to be a lot of referring domains. You don't need a ton of referring domains, okay? If you have a domain with 5 referring domains or 10, that's fine, okay? It comes down to the quality of the referring domains. And we're looking also at, the history of the site, looking at the anchor text. It's not all about the referring domains, okay? So don't think that you need, a ton of them. If you have 5 good referring domains, that's awesome. You can get great results from that. So this one in particular has 254. We can look at the anchor text profile, and you're going to tell right away that this looks very natural, right? We have a lot of branded anchor text. We have a lot of URL anchor text. We have, websites, Go, other anchor text. So it's just all very spread out, very natural looking. So right away, I see that this is probably going to be a good domain. If I scroll down, I can look at some of the backlinks here. And I can see the anchor text for this backlink is Lexington Memorial Hospital. This is a hospital domain. So we can see health, medicine as, topical trust flow here. Also business is the main topical trust flow. But I'm going to go ahead and check out some of these links. I see this first link is an EDU link. So that's, obviously really, really awesome. As long as we check out this link and it's not like a directory or something like that. It's not like directories are bad. You're just not going to get a lot of link juice from that. So we can scroll down and we see that, they're just linking to a few hospitals here. That's perfect, right? This is an actual Piedmont Technical College.edu site. This is a really, really good link right here. So hopefully that makes sense that, this is a powerful site that we're looking at. And what I can even do is pop this. I'm going to pop it in Firefox really quickly because I have, the Moz toolbar. This domain has domain authority of 42. And so, we're going to be getting quite a bit of link juice right here from this link. So let me go back to Safari here, and we'll look at a couple more links. And so this is all about real estate, and they're just linking to a few different things in here. But this looks completely natural, and so this is going to be a good link as well. I would probably look more into the domain stats there, make sure we're getting a lot of power from that domain. And so we're just going to look at like the top 5 links usually, and kind of check them out. So this is a directory, but again, there's nothing wrong with that. We're just not going to get a lot of link juice right now. I can tell our main link juice is coming right from that first link, that edu link. And a lot of times that's how it's going to be. You're going to have just 2 or 3 referring domains that are mainly supporting your domain. Without those links, it really wouldn't be a powerful domain. So we have another directory link here. No problem. Let's see if this is a good link. So this is just showing a few different partners here. And Lexington Memorial Hospital is probably somewhere on this page. I just don't see it. Actually, I think this is it right here. So if I click this, it's going to go, yeah, Lexington Memorial. And so pretty simple. Good link here. I can go ahead and grab this and stick it into, we could put it in Moz, but I just put it here just quickly look at, this toolbar. So domain authority 32, page authority 24. That's a good link right there. And so this is going to be a very quality domain. I can tell right away. What I want to do before, completely making up my mind though, is jump over to Wayback, or otherwise known as archive.org. And I can paste in this URL and look at the history of this website. So I'm going to look at the history, back in 2011. We'll look at how this site used to look. We want to make sure it didn't used to be like, a Pbn site or a spammy website. I can tell this is a Lexington Memorial. This is a branded hospital domain. This is a good domain. It's hard to beat something like this. Yeah, the stats aren't too great. It could have higher quality links, but this is a natural domain. This is a real website it used to be, and it has power, existing authority built up. And so these are the kind of domains that we're really ultimately looking for. So let's go ahead and jump back. Now what I want to do is show a couple bad domains and point out why they are not good quality domains, or at least why I wouldn't use them in my PBN. So we have beaniebabysale.com. Right away, that URL kind of throws up a flag in my mind. But scrolling down, looking at these stats here, you might say, oh, trust flow 18, citation flow 7, it's good to use. But that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the links, the anchor text profile. Right now, we see 1 referring domain. If it has 1 referring domain, I'm just not even going to look into it. What I usually want is at least 4 or 5 referring domains. On Dripway, dripway.com, our service, we require at least 5 domains as one of the filters. If it doesn't have at least 5 referring domains, it won't even make it into Dripway. But if I look at this link, we can probably see that. Oh, let's go ahead and pull this up. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but it's possible that this was going to be a site that someone was trying to SEO, and they got like a SAPE link or something like in the footer of this website. But this is not giving good vibes at all. Actually, it's an ad right there. I can see it. So not a good link, not a good expired domain. So let's go ahead and keep moving. I have another domain here, anyco.com. This is going to have a trust flow of 17, citation flow of 11. If I change it to subdomain, it might even be higher. Yeah, 23, 29. So you might say, hey, this is a great domain. We have 53 referring domains, good stats. But we're going to scroll down to the anchor text and see right away why we probably don't want to use this domain. So we're seeing some Chinese anchor text, and that's usually, I say usually because it's not always, but it's usually not a good sign. You want to translate this anchor text and find out what it's saying, because just because it's in a foreign language doesn't mean it's spammy. I mean, you have to translate it and find out, is it indeed spammy? So let's go ahead and look. Pbn Times, I'm not exactly sure what that is, so let's just keep going through. American culture. So these aren't really spammy. This might end up being a better domain than we thought. Now, just because it has the foreign anchor text, again, it's not a bad thing necessarily. But it is, a warning flag. If you see it, you want to definitely look into it at least. Don't just go pick it up because it has good stats. So what we can do now is actually pop this into Wayback. We can go back and look at some more links, but let's just see if we can find something here on this site. It's probably going to be in a foreign language, so it's hard to tell what's happening here. And so in these cases, I typically stay away. If you want to go through the extra work, sometimes you can pick up really good domains, because a lot of people like myself, we're not willing to go through and translate all of this and make sure it is a good domain. But a lot of people will just pass on these right away because, since it's a foreign language, they'll say, hey, that's spammy. But it's not always the case. So, I'm going to go ahead and say stay away, but if you know what you're doing, if you're more experienced and you're willing to go the extra mile, then don't just pass on these right away. All right, let's keep looking. I have another domain here, mkandrew.com. We have quite a few links. We have 123 referring domains. On subdomain, we got TrustFlow 18, CitationFlow 31. I'm going to scroll down, look at the anchor text, and I see some huge red flags right away. So we see Prozac, we see a few different type of like medications here, just some anchor text that we really don't want to get involved with, and right away I would not get this domain. So you should notice that stuff right away. I see the word hardcore. Anytime you see like pornography, drug-related terms, stay away. Just don't even bother. So let's go ahead, and we don't even have to look at these links. The anchor text tells me everything I need to know. But what I will do is pop this into Wayback and see if we can verify that this is not a good domain. So let's look in 2012. Yeah, so this is a big no-no. So we can see, a download website, Blu-ray, DVD ripper, all this stuff that is just spammy. We want to stay away. Okay, so not a good domain. All right, let's do one more domain. Hopefully you guys are starting to see, what we're doing here and understanding a little bit more about how we're going about analyzing these domains. We do it in layers, right? So the first thing that I'll look at, just to filter quickly, is stats, because I don't want a domain with really low stats. But after that, we're going to be looking at the referring domains, the anchor text profile, and we're going to be looking at, most importantly, once it passes all of those tests, the actual link profile. This is where the juice, the power is coming from. If you really want a powerful domain, it's going to come from the links that are going to it, and that's just logical. So let's look at this domain. We can scroll down and look at the anchor text, and boom, right there, I see some anchor text that I just want nothing to do with. Payday loans is just a keyword that is not good. Now, it's possible we want to look into this a little bit more, that this person got negative SEO'd or something like that. So, but even in that case, we probably don't want to pick up this domain. We can start to look at these links though. And so we have a directory link. So this is about vaccinations. This doesn't seem too bad, but not too big of a site. Pretty simple. So let's keep looking here. Okay. So this is wedding vendors. I mean, this website to me is just all over the place. I mean, we have payday loans, fire table, clay poker chips, massage table. We have links from a wedding website. It just doesn't seem natural. And so in this case, I would probably pass on this domain right away. And you can tell just when we look at better domains, like one of the ones we put in here earlier, Lexington Memorial, everything just adds up. everything looks and seems natural. And that's how we want our PBN domains to seem. And so that's really all for this video, guys. I just wanted to go over the shoulder and show you researching a few of these domains. But at this point in time, you may be wondering, okay, where do I find these good domains? Something like Lexington Memorial, or even better domains than this, because you can find domains with a lot better stats and a lot better links. So if you're not familiar, we've created a service here at Drip Apps called Dripway. You can go there, dripway.com, and create a free account today. And once you're inside, it's an automated SEO domain marketplace. We're scraping millions and millions of domain names, expired domains, and then they go through all of our automated filters where we spam check them, make sure they're good quality, and we sort them here in our marketplace for you to unlock and use quickly. So it saves a ton of time, a ton of money, and a ton of frustration. So that's how you go out there and find these very high quality PBN domains. So using our filters, you can come in here and sort these domains for any niche, any extensions. I don't want to get too much into this, but you can check it out at dripway.com. I'll leave a link below this video. And that is all, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this post. Hopefully you got some good golden nuggets out of it. And with that being said, I will see you next time.